Okay, awesome. Welcome to our Power Up Players Club. Ah, who's excited? It's going to be so awesome. Well, I'm going to first of all start us off in prayer. So, dear Lord, we just thank you for this opportunity, for this day, dear Lord, for a new year, an opportunity, Father God, to grow and to develop, dear Lord, and to just strengthen and get outside our comfort zone and do things we've never done before. And so, Lord, encourage us, dear Lord, to do what you ask us to do with obedience, order our steps. And we just thank you for that in the name of Jesus. Amen. Woohoo! Okay. Well, I'm super excited. So tonight I'm going to go over really what this is all about, what's going to be happening. So one, you can get super excited to run for it. For you to get some team members, if you want to write down like who is on your team that you need to have also on this call, like right now. So then you remember who to send the recording out to, or to even before the recording is ready. Hopefully, more importantly, you're excited after you listen to reach out to your team members and go, all right, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Because we know that if you can build some momentum and run, and then if you can get some people moving with you, what a difference that will make. Now, what's so cool, we know that we really are still in the beginning of our new year. And so you might be thinking, oh, not really sure. Or you might be thinking, oh, I have team members, but they're not even active, so they're not going to be excited. But you know what? We know and we've heard that things change every 90 days, right? And we've also seen people, some of you might have some that were on your team and now are doing a new thing. Well, guess what? Somebody caught them in that season of like, what should I be doing? Should I be doing something else? And dang it, girl, they're falling through the cracks if you're not willing to like pick it up. And so don't overthink it. Just write down right now on your team, like who do you have? Because that would be so much more fun to run together and do it with your team members. Okay, so we're really just talking about kind of like a goal with a deadline. A goal with a deadline, and recognizing that when we have something that we're running for on a yearly basis, but more importantly, on a 6-month basis, and even more importantly, on a 3-month basis, and on a monthly basis, and on a weekly basis. But the golden ticket is that you are running for something on a daily basis. That's the difference maker, because when you're running for it on the day of, your actions are going to match that. So what I have found is most people's goals are not big enough. So when your goal is not big enough, there's no reason for you to do it today. So for example, if your goal is to do 5 faces a month, like, well, it's only the 8th. I have almost 3 more weeks to do 5 faces. I can do that next week. I can do that in 2 weeks. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, why would you have to start now? It's kind of like, oh, well, I have company coming over this month. I should probably start cleaning my house. But you know what? I have enough time. So I'll wait till the day that they're going to show up and then I'll clean like a mad woman. Right? Right? Okay. So if you can write down right now, is your goal big enough? If you're not moving, if you didn't move mountains today, if you didn't make things happen, if you didn't think outside the box, if you didn't push yourself to warm chat somebody at the gas station, or call people that you didn't really want to call about booking them for the makeover contest. Like if you haven't done that today, then I'm going to tell you right now, your goal is probably not big enough. That's the number one, like, warning, red flash, like boop, boop, boop. Okay. So now I'm going to give you 3 choices of what we're doing for our power up players. And you know which one is big enough for you, which is going to be the stretch. So one of them is a 350 wholesale, matching that with 10 faces and 5 marketing plans. So that is a column. I'm going to go ahead and try to do a screen share after I go through this, so I can show it to you. So that is, for some, that might be a stretch this month if you've really not done anything. But for some, it's not a stretch. And again, you already know what to do. It's kind of like riding a bike and you're like, I can do this, and you're going to procrastinate, you guys. So just know yourself. If you're not a little bit like, oh my gosh, I can't do that, like a little bit, then it's probably not big enough. So then go bump up to 2. Let me see if I can find let me just see. Okay, let me find my screen, because then then you can take a picture of it and it will make some sense for you, hopefully. Okay. Okay, let's see if I did it. There you go. Can you see it? Yes. So we have power on, power up, and superpower. So you have the 350, the 10, and the 5. On the bottom right there, you can also see really just to set the month off strong is to book appointments by the 5th or the 10th of the month. Really like having that as your focus is at the bottom of that. Do you see that's kind of like your starting place? Then the next one is a 700, 10 marketing plans. I'm sorry, 720 faces, and yeah, 10 marketing plans. The 700, if you didn't know, is the new power up. So the 600 SOAR has been increased to the 700 power up for you to get your monthly prize from the company. So that falls right in line with that. The third one then is your superpower is going to be your 30 faces, your 1,000 wholesale, and your 15 marketing plans. And they all go really working on the numbers, right? They are just really playing with the numbers that we already had. Okay, so let me see how I can get out of here. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Okay, there we are. So does that kind of help you guys? Like picking one of those is kind of your starting place, picking one that you would have to like actually do something after this call. Like you're like 30 faces. Okay, I'm probably gonna need to like call somebody, book somebody. I'm probably gonna have to move with that. Does that make sense? 20 faces, probably gonna have to move. So make sure that you're picking one that you know you can do. The 10 faces might be it too, because you might not have any leads, enough leads to go with, and you got to go then, okay, well then what I'm going to do for lead generating. And that would be what you would focus on this week and this weekend. And there's lots of things to go back to with your lead generating. We know the warm chatter. We know obviously there's some booth opportunities. We know that you could go out to working women. You could do the daycares. You could do, right now school's getting ready to go back in session. You could do things like at like a Brighton's or a retail shop, right? So there's places you can go in and be a greeter there. You can get some facial boxes out and some fish bowls out. You can call every one of your customers that we have, and you can ask for like 3 referrals. Let them know that you're doing a makeover contest, and who do you think would be fabulous for a makeover contest? That's like a pretty like, hey, who do you know that's super awesome and super amazing and would love to do a makeover contest and get a full makeover and then go into a drawing to win a trip for 2 and $1,000 cash? Who can you think of? Oh, what about you? Right. Like that's right now, like your booking tool. Like that's super doable and super easy to reach out to everybody. Then you're getting referrals based on that. You know, I don't really want to do it, but you know what? My daughter would be beautiful. She would love that. She'd be great. That kind of thing. And now you've got fresh new leads. So even if you just texted that out to 20 people tonight, could you imagine 30 people tonight? What could happen with that? 40, 50 people. Basically right now, if you could go through that and make those touches and contacts with everybody in your customer list, knowing that the PCP deadline is coming up on August 17th, do you see how that kills 2 birds with 1 stone? Because then if that's a wrong number or they're not around anymore, that you can be also deleting people. So it just like, it does multiple things at once, and it gets you in motion, to be moving in motion. And so then at those levels, we're going to just have some fun stuff. We're going to do it. We're kind of creating it as a dinner atmosphere. So you're gonna want to pick this time like where you go cozy up somewhere. You can have your makeup off if you want to. Please try to have your screen on, because it's about building a family and a relationship. So thank you guys all for having your screen on. You guys are amazing. Because it's really hard to like build community and a team goal when we're not like all engaged and working together and running together, right? And so just think of us like all having dinner together, my little coffee or your little whatever. It'll just be super fun to see who has Chinese, who has American. You know, we can kind of do a poll and have some fun with that. So it's going to be that kind of setting. So you want to have like, oh my gosh, I'm gathering with Tammy and Tracy in their living room. Like we're just going to hang out, right? We're going to do that. Okay. And so you're invited on with the 350 and above. Okay. Then if you have 700 or more, in your faces and your marketing plans, and you're going to go into a recognition reel, and you're going to go into recognition video. That's going to be super fun to play. That you also get that to play. You also get that to show. You could post it on your social media. You can play it for your family. You can tell your grandkids you're famous and you're on TV, and you can show your little reel, and you can go, look at me. Hello, here I am. And just have a lot of fun with it on that aspect. And then the 1,000 $1,000 or more, then dinner is going to be on your from your director. Is that super cool? And so you'll get some money in your Zelle or a gift card or something like that for you to have dinner on us. And then we are also going to, in addition to that, this is going to be monthly. And I'll find the next one that we have in September. And then we're going to have guest speakers. Okay. So the other thing that we're going to be doing is putting you in front of and exposing you to women to help level you up. A lot of us just got back from seminar. We understand that when you are in front of somebody who is doing something that maybe you've been wanting to do and they're talking about it, they're explaining it, and they're moving forward and they're inspiring to you, that you will feel like, okay, I can totally do this. And so we have like so many elements here. One, you have something to run for to get yourself moving and going. Two, you have some recognition. You have some time to gather with your Mary Kay family from all over, and you have an opportunity to hear from the best of the best in Mary Kay and kind of get leveled up. And so it really does so many things in our business to really help us get moving and going. And Tracy is going to literally kill me. Oh no, I did. Did I push record?
You did.
Okay. I'm like, hey, I'm like, do you guys do that? You know you do. You know, you're like, did I do that or did I just think about it? Did I do that or did I just talk about it? Maybe that's why we're not getting as many bookings and stuff. Maybe we're just thinking about it. That's probably half our problem. When you get to a certain age, you're like, I think I did it because I think I thought about it. And so there you have it. And so you guys, what questions you guys have? What would you like to know more of? Where are you at right now? If you're like, okay, I need to get this going. What am I going to do tonight? What would be either your next best step, or what would be a question for what would be your next best step? Or share what your next best step would be, because that might help somebody else on the call. So what do you need to know to get this moving, to get going, to not waste a minute, to not hesitate, to not procrastinate? Anybody?
Booking calls.
Booking calls?
If you don't have the booking calls, I'm thinking of people on this call that might not even have anything going, would be the lead generating, or working with your customers, your friends, your family members, your neighbors that you already have in front of you that you either haven't asked or need to re-ask again.
And Jenny, you're so good. Like, one of your sweet spots is really, so if you want to tell them maybe one of the ways that you go lead generate, like how you make a phone call to the daycares, and like, what does that look like? Because you can do it. You've turned your business around on a dime, like in a couple days or a week, just like having a purpose and just going and getting that done.
So yesterday's an example of where I wasn't able to leave just because at a longer work day, I work during the day. So I work full time I have a job. So I made a phone call to a school, not in my area, to like a preschool. And not only did I book it for tomorrow, but I also was able to book her for a fall holiday for the school. And I hadn't done this school in almost a year and a half. So this is like new, fresh leads getting out, but I just did that over the phone.
Tell us what that looked like. What did you say?
So I said, I asked for the director. You always ask for the director. I asked to speak with the director. This was the second or third time I've had a call and catch her. So you have to be willing to do that. And hi, my name is Jenny. I am a consultant in the area. And I partnered with other preschools in the Valley where I come in and appreciate all your moms. So I'll bring in roses and a spa basket during parent pickup and gift them all with a rose. And I go out and buy roses every time. And then I bring in the spa basket to give away to one of the moms. They're all about it. They're like, not today, which was, I booked it yesterday for tomorrow because they had a school function. But that's how I built my business, guys, for years. And I started when I lived in Flagstaff, and I've done breakfasts where I'll do like bagels and cream cheese in the morning, or I'll come in the evening, and I now bring in roses to every place I go.
And so some of the key words was partnering with
Yes.
daycares, appreciation of moms,
Right.
and a drop off or pickup. So
Mhm.
you have just really to the point what you're doing. You're in the area, and that is just such an awesome thing. So those are everywhere. There are preschools and daycares literally everywhere.
Yeah,
And then I love also, like, guess what? You might need to call more than once,
Mhm.
and you might need to call more than 5. You might not get one, you might need to really keep reaching out
I have a
to be able
list.
to do that. So create a list of what's in your area, and just start calling.
If you can go in, it's always like, that's amazing if you can go in. Sometimes you can't get in, so then definitely get on the call or on the phone.
And so, yeah, if you're just driving by a preschool and pop in, hey, I was just in the area and I partner with other preschools, and you guys would so love this and appreciating your parents at drop off at pickup, and I will make them feel so special. I'll raffle something off. I'll bring in donuts. I'll bring in roses, whatever you want to do. And that's how you schedule that. That is phenomenal. All right. Did that help you guys? Right? Point A. Get excited. Have a big enough goal. So you're going to have to do something tonight. Because if you don't, then I'm going to tell you right now, wasn't a big enough goal. If you don't feel like you have to get off this call and make some connections or make a list or something, texting your, that's a good referral for your customer base. Hey, who do you know? Or do any of you guys, have connections to a daycare? Because then it would be like, hey, this is Tammy, and, Alicia, let me know that she's actually brought her kids here in the past and how much she loved it and how good you take care of them. And so you could name drop then if you had a legit referral. Okay.
And
So that
add real quick is a lot of the public schools even have them.
a lot of the public schools have daycares.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's kind of a new thing because that's
So
their feeder.
Mhm.
Yep. So good. All right. Anything else? Any ahas? Any like last minute questions? Any clarification needed on what we're doing? Let me see while you guys are asking if I can find the little pic collage that has the dates on it.
Well, I thought kind of like an aha moment. I mean, we all know it, but we don't often think to call our customers, our current customers. And I can think of at least like 20 offhand that would be interested in doing the makeover, but not just that, getting rid of some of the customers that just don't answer. And then asking them for referrals too.
Yep, the referrals are key. Because if you just have 10 customers and they all give you one referral, that's 10 new people, you guys. Okay, so then you see the next one is going to be September 5th. And then October 3rd.
So I
Okay.
know it's August 8th, and we're obviously not doing, we're doing the calls, but we're not doing the dinner thing. But I'm gonna make beef stroganoff for dinner tonight.
Yum. I just was, does anybody do the like I was starving thing? My husband's like, Tammy, you have zero patience. I'm like, I know. And then I get so mad because then he'll make something amazing like that. And so I run home starving. And so I had those little Hawaiian rolls with peanut butter on them,
Ooh, honey roasted peanut butter.
which is really good. But then he'll come home and make something like beef stroganoff. And I'm like, oh, darn it. I should have maybe waited. But I
I should
just
have had
can't
maybe
wait.
2 rolls, not 4. That'd be me.
Oh, I had at least 4 of them.
Yeah, I love bread.
I do too. What else is people having for dinner? This is kind of fun.
We're having spaghetti.
See there?
I haven't had that in a while.
I know. Anybody try that spaghetti bucket place? Like, what's up with that? It scares me, but there's, and do you guys have that in Phoenix? It's a drive-through spaghetti bucket place. Like,
They
huh?
just opened a place in Anthem, and it's spaghetti by the bucket.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. I double
No, no.
dog dare you to try it and let me know.
There's a place called Pastas at Ina and Thornydale area. I think there's
Oh, that
maybe more
sounds,
than one here in town, but they're pretty good actually. The
I was gonna
cannolis are really good.
that pasta maybe sounds a little better. It's the spaghetti in the bucket thing that I'm just a little worried about.
Yeah.
It's very odd.
All right, you guys excited? All
We
right, the
are.
other, you got one other assignment for me that I started with. Do you guys remember what it was? I'm the assignment queen. You guys know that. Lisa's like, dang, there she goes, Miss Assignment.
Are my goals big enough?
Yeah, and then
Yep, and there was goals big enough. There was something before that when you guys got on.
invite team members.
Yep, who's on your team that
Mm.
you need to call right now and say, hey, this is what we're doing. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
you just never know. All right, love you guys. Thanks for being
Love you
on.
too.
Too.
Thank you, Tammy.
Bye.
Bye.